Hey everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back, playing another Maporino 2019 submission, submitted by razorback9425. The map name is Seizure of Systems, that utilizes a conversion mod for the CIS race that he has created. So let's get into it. Custom menu, custom music, I like it. Let's find the map. Alright, Seizure of Systems, created by razorback9425 for Maporino 2019. Central Independent Systems conversion mod, Maporino 2019, Seizure of Systems. In the decades since the end of the End War and the Defenders of Man-Insurgency, the oppressive Terran Dominion, the reorganized Zerg Swarm, and the unified Protoss have entered a new age of peace and prosperity in this colonized space. All of that changed a few months ago when a large unknown fleet emerged from warp space and laid waste to the unsuspecting Protoss homeworld of Ire, resulting in Hierarch Artanis fleeing in exile. The fleet, identified as the Central Independent Systems, a race of sentient robotic beings originated outside the sector, has sent you to finish the invasion. Acting as Prodicate, you are to lead your force and conquer the Caprulu sector in order to strip mine all of its resources. CIS Caprulu Invasion Force, low orbit over Tirador 7.
Alpha 1 online. Greetings, Prodicate. It's been 4 months since we arrived at the Caprulu sector. Many of our enemies' colonies are now reduced to their capital planets. When we strike at their capital worlds, there will be no resource shortages, and we will enter a new age of peace. Alpha 1, I bring you an update most dire. Recently, a small group of Terrans have managed to seize control 3 of our units used to defeat the Protoss on air, the Hades, Jaya, and Zeus units. Even worse is that the latter is the only one that can construct the mightiest unit to defeat our enemies, the Bastion. That is impossible. The Central Independent Systems never turned on against each other for a long time. Surprising, Alpha 1, but our internal security is still reliable. There is a way to bring these corrupted units back to our control. It's not as easy as you analyze, Beta 1. During our golden ages in planet Nixus, in order to control many of our units, we invented a large spaceship called control ships. They are the central cores connected to a hierarchy network crucial to the operation of each unit network. Destroy them, and these machines connected to them will cease to function. Are there any ways to save these robots from a complete system failure, even saving them from being permanently corrupted by Terran control? The primary solution is to access the group's megacortexes. These are the supercomputers that control the unit's hierarchy network. There is a hidden feature that you can change the control signal from one network to another. This process is tediously complex, that you need an experienced Prodicate to access these megacortexes. Only the most experienced Prodicates like you can save these units from Terran control, but we are not sure it will work as intended. I'm not sure either, but right now, time is short. These corrupted control ships are located in the archipelago city of New Laminus in the colony of Tirador 7, where the aforementioned units resupply and reinforce their armies. Prodicate, you will lead a small force to storm the Zeus control ship and get into the megacortex unharmed to take over an outpost, and do the same to Hades and Jaya as well. And remember to protect these bastions situated near the Zeus space from our own forces and Terrans, since many bastions were destroyed during the invasion of air, and we need them for our grand invasion of Corval. This is a dangerous mission, Prodicate. Good luck. One more thing to ask, Prodicate. That human is something unlike any other we encountered. We do not know what powers she may possess, so it is best to prepare for unforeseen phenomena we have never been seen before.
All your base belong to us. Beep boop warp. Destroy the corrupted control ships, then bring the Prodicate to the mega cortexes. At least one bastion must survive. The Prodicate must survive. So I've got the README open on my other monitor, which has a list of units, so this should help contextualize what the heck we're doing here.
Be advised, Prodicate. Our forces are divided. The Terrans have taken control of many of our advanced units. It is possible that they may even send our own fleet against us. If the Terrans can corrupt many of our advanced units, we have a corruption unit of our own. Though it requires the sacrifice of 2 knife-shaped droids, these phantoms can bend the minds of not only Protoss, Terrans and Zerg, but even one of our own. Use them wisely. The first control ship in the Megacortex is located here. Be quick, Prodicate.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is save. Because I want to see what all this stuff is. So we got sentry droids. I think these are like our basic units. Light attack drone can attack ground units. All right, solid. There's the Prodicate. We'll keep him hotkeyed. Nightshade droids. We can combine these to turn them into phantoms, which seem like they're specialists that eventually can get mind control. I don't know what Firestorm is. We can try that out later when we upgrade it. They can only attack air. I do like how it specifies the attack damage type. That's very helpful. So these are pretty fragile, but they do 25 damage concussive to ground, so huge anti-infantry or anti-small, really. CIS Raptor. Normal damage to ground means they do full damage to everything, I believe. Explosive versus air, so they do really good against large air units.
You are the founder of the next Destiny.
I like the
mode.
It's not really voice acting because it's put through a text-to-speech
Practice
emulator,
mode.
but I quite like it. It's very fitting for this type of faction. It doesn't sound grating or anything. It just seems kind of fitting to me for this faction for sure. Explosive versus ground. So these are just like Dragoons, except it seems like their anti-air is a little weaker, except they do full damage to everything. So that actually is going to make them better against small flying units, I believe. Okay, so these, again, we can pretty much count on being very similar to Dragoons. Raptors, again, pretty good harassment air-to-ground, it looks like. Very good anti-air, so like better scouts, essentially. Again, I want to contextualize all these units before we really do anything. And then the Phantoms are anti-air, but are specialists. But I don't have any workers, right? Because these are combat units. Just double-checking to ensure. So I think we're tasked with retaking this base first. So with that in mind, let's load it up and then give this a go. So
You are the founder of the next Destiny.
the next Destiny. Beep, boop, warp. Okay, so let's see if we can get into this base. Ooh, I like the look of the attacks of the Raptors. Very satisfying. Okay, cool. So again, this is pretty much functioning how I expected. But everything we kill here means one fewer thing that we, that we can take control of. Is that correct? And also, are these permanently cloaked? Let me check. Nightshade. Stealth harassment drone. Okay, can attack ground units. Cool. So, in theory, unless there's detection in here, I don't know what can detect. If we move in and... Nice. Everything is our lasers. Okay, there's enough things here that can attack us straight up that we should avoid. What is sending interceptors at us? So this is, again, these are all marked as hostile, but they're invulnerable. So I don't think we're in danger of necessarily harming anything here. There's the control ship. Hang on, send our... I don't remember what these are called, but I'm going to have trouble remembering the names of stuff. Let's send our Raptors in to take care of that. So we have to kill the control ship, which will allow the Prodicate.
The control ship has been destroyed.
To sit here.
You're inside the Megacortex. Hold them off until you've found a stable signal.
Okay, so we have to defend. Oh dear. These do explosive ground damage. Okay. So very strong against the spider droids, I imagine. The Zeus forces.
Put those side of units control. Well done, Prodicate, but this mission is not yet over. Both Mavis and Vanilla units need to be free from Terran corruption. However, these 3 bastions that you reclaimed are the only ones remaining in this planet, as others were destroyed during our invasion of air. Reanalysis confirms that the destruction of the control ships is the only way to save the Hades and Vanilla units. Maybe these Terrans devised a new type of attack that permanently corrupts our control ships to their control. What's even more clever is that they are using the power source of our primary megacortexes to form an impenetrable force field on their structures. These ghosts have the ability to temporarily shut down all of our forces. Extreme caution is advised.
Okay. So, I had read this, so it looks like we have like a pylon-like structure. I just looked around and noticed we had some unpowered stuff, so I want to get those set up. Not enough data. Build more cortexes. Interesting. Okay, so again, this is basically total conversion. It's weird to look at probes and realize that they're not... Oh, look out. That probes are not workers. So these bastions, there is an objective to keep at least one alive, right? So let's... This is marked as ultimate land vessel. Must use scarabs to attack ground units. So they're like asshole reavers. Tesla coils. I quite like the sound that they make when they're shooting. Very satisfying. Okay, so let's consider getting upgrades and teching up.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals. So we have custom music through the whole thing. I could probably bump that up a little bit. I didn't want to overtake the in-game sounds, especially with voice acting and such. So these things, again, they're good anti-air, but that's about it. We got the product kit, we've got these guys, and I think maybe we just get scarabs built on them now, which, I mean, I have them now, so that should keep us decently defended. All right, we got more spider droids here.
Instruction confirmed.
So, all right, these are ground weapons. These are air attacks, and then this is another reason why the spider droids, I think we can kind of think in our minds, are exactly like dragoons, which is a good thing. It's just one less thing I have to really be concerned about when trying to read the differences between these things. So let's get this upgrade. We can come back here and take this. We've got resources here, gas over here, and a decent amount of defense. It might be worth setting up some extra defense back here, though I don't know what kind of attacks we're going to be dealing with, right? So these Tesla coils are have mildly more survivability than photon cannons. Do I have anything that can, like, if there's like a restore option, because this lockdown's going to be kind of annoying, I think. All right, we got cloaked units here, so we got to back up. What can detect? Oracles. What do I need to make an oracle? Cybernetics factory. Let's throw that down here. I'm going to move all the way back here and take this base. 400 for our Mega Cortex. And there are two other bases that we have to retake control of. So that's our ultimate objective here. So it's going to, we've got a learning curve here, without a doubt.
Next destiny, terminate.
You are the founder of the next destiny. Ooh, nice. Heal us up. Okay, these function just like Protoss probes. I don't want to compare everything to existing units, right? This is a conversion mod, and the whole point is that it's different. But keep in mind, playing it for the first time, it's kind of hard to wrap my brain around things, so the easiest way to do that is to think of everything in terms of existing units that I'm already familiar with. Mirage, light aerial gunboat. I like these Raptors quite a bit. Again, air superiority fighters sounds accurate. I might want to come up here. We can build more supply structures and get some defense just in case. Those ghosts are going to be an issue. We got to consider what we need in order to counter those consistently. Let's focus on upgrades for now. Triton, fast light hunter, aerial assault transport. Observatory. Okay, so yeah, let's get some detection. That seems like it's going to be prudent. Tritons. All right, we're getting hit around the edges here, so I'm probably going to want to set up some additional things. Yeah, these do concussive damage, so those buildings do very well against them. I like how everything is basically Actually, I don't need these if I have those air-to-ground ones that do a lot of good damage. I will get some observers, though. Oracles. Land main... Actually, what's the... Future Institution. Requires an innovation center. Warhead Depot allows construction of bastions, which we can't make. I might build that building later just to kind of get a sense of what the heck it's for. And it doesn't hurt to get some additional structures built up here. It doesn't feel like there's, you know, a huge overbearing force attacking me, which I really appreciate, considering, again, this is new and I don't know what anything does or the hotkeys for anything, or, you know, I know P is pro, but that's about it. So I appreciate the general ease at this point of not being just completely obliterated. So I've got this group of air units that I can use to kind of harass things with. I need to set up more defense around the outskirts, because that's where units are primarily coming from. Okay, keep building here. And probably just spider droids in the long run. I want to just make sure I keep getting upgrades as well. I mean, I really like these raptors. We're going to need a lot of those, I suspect. And then we've got these bastions, which are like giant reavers. Which is nice, but, you know, I don't like reavers. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we are getting harassed from multiple directions, so it'll be worth, I think, getting some workers out there. There's our Oracle. That's good. We need some vision.
Alert, high violence potential.
High violence potential. So let's just get this fully saturated. Continue getting upgrades, and then we'll move out soon. I would have liked to move out faster. Again, one thing, especially with like the Maporino submissions, is I have no idea what we're facing in terms of like pre-placed opposition. So like on one hand, I kind of want to move quickly to try to take something out, but on the other, it might be wasteful. And there's no way to know, because, you know, different map makers treat early aggression differently. Let's get these bastions in here and see how they do. They're super tanky. And we're stuck. I presume we can repair these. No, we have no repair function. Okay, so you guys need to stay in the back. I'm only going to use these when I really need to. It costs resources for them to attack in the first place, so I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, let's just get some basic units for now. I realize I'm floating too much money. What I'm going to do is bring some units down here to here, and we're going to set up defense down around this area so that I can build another town hall. So they should be able to figure that out, and we're going to get some more raptors. Need a fleet control center for more upgrades, and I also need a future institution. There's our innovation center. Advanced sentry droids, faster movement and attack sounds great. Sort of like our Citadel of Adun that upgrades zealots. This upgrades our sentry droids. I'd like to just get this guy moved back. I'm keeping these things hotkeyed just in case. I'm going to keep them maxed out on scarabs. They'll probably be able to push back any ground attack that's hitting us. Okay, yeah, and let's get this kind of set up. Tesla coils are the same price as photon cannons, but again, they seem a little beefier, which is good. Oh, is this buildable? Yeah, it is. Okay, great. So let's wait so that we can get this set up. Minerals are our issue now. I'm sure later game it's going to be gas. I see a group that's just sort of sitting here. Let's maybe move down. If we can maybe set up defense around these ramps instead, we'll be able to defend ourselves a little bit better. Let's get these units out of our base. We also have a hero. Does it say he has to survive? I think, yes, he does, but because we need him to accomplish the objective. Let's make sure we're saving. Okay. Let's get this set up. And then I'm going to set up a set of Cortexes down here with cannons, Tesla coils, rather. I really like the satisfying noise that the Tesla coils make when they attack. Which is it's the Reaver attack sound, but still. It's alright. It's alright if there are some Reavers here or there. Is the Future Center done? I kind of want to know what Firestorm is, honestly. Missile Barrage, Cruiser Droids. That sounds exciting. And then we need a Fleet Control Quarters, Warhead Depot, Innovation Center, Aeronautics Gate. I think we have all of these buildings. Just have to build a little bit of everything at this point. Construct more cortexes. Okay, and then we can get this set up for more gas. Did I move my... Yeah, I did move my worker down here because I want to build... we need more cortexes in any case. I suspect the enemies are going to become absolutely rough, so we should probably be ready to attack here relatively soon. Again, the attacks are only going to get worse. So I'd like to make some progress here pretty soon. Don't chase. Okay, then we'll get some Tesla coils up and around here. Let's not block the ramps, though. I don't want to go overboard with the static defense, and I would rather try to make some progress here sooner rather than later. Looks like back here would be a good spot to set up more cortexes. Alright, so I have mind control. So where are my... Here they are. So let's keep these hotkeys separately, so I can start mind controlling stuff. I will get the overload. Tritons, again, they're anti-light, or anti-small, rather, so I don't really know how I feel about that. Supernova Scarabs! Faster Anaconda movement. I don't plan on building any. I have a fleet control quarters. Oh, no, that's the Matrix core. Because they both kind of have like a fleet beacon element to them. I see what I've done. I see what I've done wrong. And because we've got good income now, I can just go ahead and get all this set up so that we can just start slamming out units quicker. I'm going to get more observers as well, and I'll probably hotkey those. Silencer, Cloaked Aerial Fighter. Are those the things you combine two of them and they make... No, Nightshades are the ones that you combine and you can... Oh, I thought these were they dropped things, but no, that's not true. Alright. Things are picking up now. They gave us the little opener. I heard nuclear launch detected, and I don't know where it could be. Down here, perhaps? Okay, we've apparently opened Pandora's box. That was the nuke. And there go half of our units. Okay, let's get over here. These are anti-small for the most part. So I'm going to get more Raptors and... increase Raptor's sight range. Yes, these are just like scouts. And then we're going to get spider droids. Product Kit took a lot of damage. We can recharge its shields. It's surprisingly harder than you might imagine to play a faction that you've never seen before, that is not even remotely related to the game that you're used to playing.
Combat mode. Just
saying. I lost a lot of stuff to a nuke as well. I lost pretty much everything to a nuke, actually.
Require victim exterminate.
So, where do I make...
Reporting for
That's part of... I don't know where it's like hard to remember half of like where my stuff is made. Okay, we're capped at level 2, it looks like. Let's get Firestorm, whatever that is, and I guess I should be hotkeying, or not hotkeying stuff. I should be stealing stuff. And we should probably upgrade our observers, because it seems like there's a huge emphasis on enemy cloaked units, which is a pain in the ass, unfortunately. This could afford to be more saturated. And then we'll get more Tesla coils here. Probably be a good time to counterattack, but I lost pretty much everything. I really need more production. So build more droid factories. We could probably afford to just build down here in general.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. Oh god, lots and lots of disruption web. This is gonna be something, all right. So the Anacondas can attack as well. Interesting thing to keep in mind. Mirages are basically scouts. No, our Mirages are basically Corsairs. Hearing that Reaver attack noise makes me scared every time. Every time. Okay, lots of Tritons, but this is, I think, why we want more spider droids. Again, really trying to keep track of what are my workers and what are attacking units. It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. So I'm going to get a bunch of sentry droids because they're relatively cheap. And we're just going to... Sentry droids and spider droids is just a nice mix. I see cruiser droids there. Okay. No shame in tower spamming it up a little bit. And then upgrades. Let's keep this up. We want to make sure that we're going to get capped out on upgrades here. Triton. It's the Innovation Center. This is the Future Center. Missile Barrage sounds good. I need to actually build some of these things, though. Siege Support Unit. And I have a lot of gas? That seems prudent to make. Okay, things are heating up. So what kind of damage do these do? They do normal ground damage, right? That's another reason why I think they're pretty good. Those are the cruiser droids. Okay, back up here. I would like to go for brown first, I think. Probably the smartest. And just to be safe, I'm going to build more oracles. Just have a lot of those. Don't block the ramps. Get more supply structures just in case. Okay, we made no progress, but that's okay. We're still building up. And I need more cortexes. I don't think we're in danger of being mined out or anything like that. This feels like a nice demo map to allow you to learn this faction as opposed to being absolutely slaughtered. Like, the attacks are no joke, that's the thing. Like, the attacks don't seem easy.
I don't need any of your help.
Select two. We can make Tempests. We'll have to see what those are all about. These regenerate HP. Okay. We'll probably want to bring them with us then. I wonder if these can attack air. These cruiser droids can. Hallucination. Increased missile damage, yes. I like the selection noises that we're getting. Yeah, we're just going to go mostly spider droids, I think.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals. And then... deflector shields up! So I just want to get all these started, and then I think we're going to make a push towards brown. I might wait for one more big enemy attack, because it seems like they come in very large waves. And we're going to push those back. We're going to come down here and start pushing towards wherever brown has... wherever brown happens to be their mega cortex is. And in order to kill that, we're going to need... because it's got those interceptors as well. That's another reason why I'm making primarily spider droids. Again, seems fairly prudent to do. Gotta make sure I leave enough room for my units to get through. I don't want to be blocking myself. These cruiser droids seem interesting. Let's see what a Tempest is. That's cool. I like the transformation look. And then they stick together. Yes! So you have to use that, right? No, they have their own attack. It's a lot of concussive damage. Okay, let's get in there. The disruption web is quite irritating, but there's not much we can do about it. Rather than move out and try to find enemy bases and remove their ability to get to us in the first place. At least move out of that. Anti-air, so more raptors also seems prudent. It's just they're quite expensive. And I need more spider droids. There's the Tempest. I like the Tempests. In fact, I might want to make some more of them. All right, we're moving in. We're trying to find our way in. think we want to go for Tempest. I just noticed, too, I like how the selection box is different, too. Like green versus red when you're selecting, but it's just a different shape. That's cool.
I don't need any of your help.
Okay, we're making more Tempests. I may have just blocked the ramp, but that's okay. So where's the Protector? The product kit, rather. And let's come up and recharge some shields. I got to make sure that we don't lose you, that you're absolutely crucial to keep alive. So we should get access to this whole base once we take this out, if I understand correctly. Let's just be careful with Mr. Product Kit and clear the way, and then we can handle it from there. I really like those Tempests, by the way. And then Tritons, move on down. Okay, let's move on in. I'm gonna hotkey these observers separately. Everything is, there are a lot of cloaked units, it seems like. Deal damage to ground units and structures in target area. Okay, just like a big nuke right there. Should be stealing stuff. Let's go, Tritons. Hell yeah. Not Tritons. Well, also Tritons, but Tempests. Okay, I think we're in good shape here. As long as this stays defended, and I think it will. We're starting to see some stuff getting mined out. Nothing major, but I need a lot more production at this point. Okay, these are a little fragile, I think, so we gotta be careful. Trying to push through this base is a real challenge. I've got a bit of a foothold, but I can't reinforce fast enough to stay on top of the fact that they're able to attack me very, very, very fast. They're reinforcing from multiple directions as well. So let's fall back, and I'm just gonna make a ton of production so that we can slam out units, because our production is out of control at this point. So. Okay, that should help. I guess I could bring the Bastions as well, but they need to survive. And we want to make cruiser droids to make more of those Tempests. And we're mining away. Everything's fine. We should have more than enough resources to finish this up. We'll get deflector shields level 2. Deflector shields up. The Tritons do concuss. Again, the concussive damage doesn't seem nearly as useful. I think we need just more. I think we just need a large amount of spider droids. We have a lot of cool stuff that can cast spells, but it's mildly annoying to try to use them because it's just StarCraft 1, unfortunately. The cruiser droids that aren't turned into Tempests could also be pretty cool. Let me go and check and see if this is going to stay cleaned out, or if they're going to very quickly try to rebuild this stuff. We pushed in, but getting down this ramp and kind of getting a foothold right here is the challenge. Lots of Tritons. I can't tell if the Tritons would be considered small or not. So that's why I'm not sure what to be building.
Tank core.
Ranged stealth drones. They've got Tempests now, but they should lose their ability to see uphill momentarily. Or not. Oh yes, okay, they do.
I don't need any of your help.
I don't need any of your help.
Reporting for duty.
Could use Disruption Web as well. Sort of reluctant to do that. I think I just need even more production. We're just trying to get near maxed out, if anything. We're going to move down this ramp. We're not going to attack into this base just yet. We're going to bring the Bastions. They're hotkeyed. The product kit, we can just leave in the back. We don't need to bring him until later. I just need to get down this ramp and get a bit of a foothold, like, right here. Again, there must be another brown base somewhere, because that's where they're constantly reinforcing from. And then we're going to rally down the ramp. Oh, hello. Look at them. You guys can stay. That's a lot of my supply structures up there, too, I think. I'll just build some more back here. We still have an upgrade advantage, too. Prodicate, just stay over here.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for
And
duty.
Is this your way of achieving peace and harmony?
cruiser droids, we're going to turn more of you into Tempests. They're still good even if they're not Tempests, though. Spider droid is D, which is the same as Dragoon. I appreciate that there was an attempt to try to keep things fairly consistent in terms of hotkeys. D for Dragoon, Sentry Droid, etc., etc. Alright, so let's get in there. Scarab. Just keep making Scarabs, and we're going to try to get down these ramps. And then we've got plenty of stuff that's rallying to us. I think I'm going to get some Raptors, because we need to focus down the core matrix. Make sure that we're getting defenses here. Yeah, they're coming up behind us, so the Prodicate we have to be careful with. Okay, we've got them sort of bottlenecked. I'm just trying to get down the ramp. We might want to just leave some of this stuff here to ensure that we can get down here.
alert. High violence potential.
High violence potential. Extra careful with the Prodicate. Okay, I think we're basically in now. Thankfully. We're just going to keep rallying down here. There's other ways to go. I'm going to get a few more oracles, just to be extra safe. Alright, we got to move in and find where the actual thing is. Wait, we can kill the... Let's see, Scarabs. I think these things helped us quite a bit. So the ship is up there. There's a lot of Tesla coils here, so that's another reason we're having trouble getting through here. Brown should no longer be an issue if we can actually get in here and finish up the control ship. But then we also know that enemy spawns will occur and try to kill us after that, so. Looks like we had a large attack come our way. Okay, there it is. I don't know if I can get to it. Some of my stuff can hit it. As long as some of my stuff can hit it, we're in good shape. Let's attack up here to keep making Scarabs. Prodicate is in good shape, though I need to find where to actually use him. We're going to go Sentry Droids, Dragoons, and we're running out of money because I just slammed out so many units in order to get Brown. There we go. Now I have to find where to go. Oh, do they become neutral? That's solid. Okay, let's get down here. There it is, there it is. All right, get the Prodicate on top of here. Get Brown off of our backs.
You are the founder of the next destiny.
Forces to protect Dominator's megacortex while we transfer signal to ours.
2 minutes and 40-some seconds. Let's just move down here and make sure that we're ready to help. I think we've got a good amount of stuff down there. I should be saving, by the way.
Combat mode. Practice mode.
Conflict detected.
No, no, no. You are expensive. So it looks like White gets really mad, and he'll send units down here to stop us. Kind of drawn him away, which is good. Now, if we get control of Brown's base, that would be super good. These are just gonna disruption web us, I think, in response.
System functioning.
The stuff in this base is really crammed in there, so it's kind of hard to navigate this base. Though again, if we can control of all of it, then we're in real good shape. We have to do the same thing for white, but we won't be getting attacked by another faction while we're doing it. So I think we did a pretty good job cutting through this base and leaving a good chunk of the infrastructure alive. Okay, thank you for the warden.
Processing.
Reporting for duty.
Thinking on my feet. I was gonna say, why are we not attacking these? Whoa! Oh my god. Are those banshees? They are. That's cool. Careful with the bastions.
Your methods are working as expected. Your reclaimed allies are turning against the Terran forces. Be careful, as your allies will recklessly destroy the other corrupted hierarchy network. You must restore them to our control without delay. Terran Commander, by tampering with our systems, you are hereby strong candidate for termination. May your God bless you in these last days.
You've finally spoken, Supreme AI of the Machines. But though we are independent covert operatives, do not think that we found an exploit that turns your robots under our command.
How do you possibly know about your designs, human? How do you manage to study with our security systems? We are an advanced artificial intelligence force from the planet Midas, with our travel origins dating back to the 24th century. Soon your human race will be eradicated from the face of the galaxy. Prepare yourself for your own extinction.
System functioning.
So now we have an ally,
Exterminate.
and it looks like we can take this base. They've got a thing in the way, but that's fine. Okay, so now brown will fight white for us for the most part. What's the best way to get get to white? It looks like across here. Okay. All right. So keep it up, brown.
End of message.
And we want to come over here to start pushing through, and I just have to find the beacon and the mega ship, the mega structure. So these things do regenerate HP very slowly. I think bringing them with me was important, but not 100% necessary. We're going to get stuck on this ramp. Okay, let's make sure. Oh, I don't have any oracles. 43 minutes. I think we're on track. The product kit's in here, but that's fine. He's useful. They've got a lot of Tempests back there. Product kit, I'm going to back you up. Let's get our warden in. Okay, they have too many Tempests. Now I have another Tempest, but I don't have enough to follow up on this. So we're just going to back up. There goes my whole force again. The verve at which they defend with is pretty massive, so product can be so careful.
Stand by for incoming message.
I really want to get this base set up so that I can have more consistent income. I shouldn't need to build really many other workers, so cancel that.
Conflict detected.
Now, the downside is
Combat.
I have virtually no other income options. I think maybe we want to go heavy mind control at this point, which requires us to make nightshades, right? So let's get 4 things out that can mind control quickly. And then I can come and take you.
End of message. Processing.
Seems like we're gonna want more air to ground, I should say, forces here ultimately.
There are no incoming messages.
Are my bastions regenerating HP? I thought they were supposed to very slowly. Maybe they can be repaired, but it's not on the command card. Let's try it. And once we take white, we should have no problem finishing the map. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of Tempests. I think the key is going to be attacking in here and taking control of their Tempests. Brown's going to keep doing its thing, which I appreciate. The product kit can stay in the back. Did I have something that repaired these? One of them definitely took hull damage, and then it got its HP back somehow, but I don't know what the circumstances were. I just don't know. All right, looking good. So now I've got 3 of these things. Hotkey there. These things are okay anti-air, but not great. Not enough to get rid of a lot of this stuff. And did I mess up the... No, those are my bastions. Okay, there we go. And then let's turn another one of these in. Okay, so now I've got 5. And making a bunch of raptors also seems prudent against these enemies. This specific enemy, I should say. I think making just a lot of Tempests, as we've seen the enemies are super strong with those, so let's make our own. We're going to try to steal a bunch of theirs as well. Brown's making progress. I think we could probably move up and support him at this point. So make spider droids. We're going to make sentries. Flood them with sentries. That doesn't seem the most prudent, but... This is very interesting, that's for sure. Okay, we're moving in. It looks like Brown has absorbed a lot of the enemy attacks. So we're going to move in, we're going to steal high-value targets. Specifically Tempest, but they don't really seem to have any. Let's see if we can get over here and take this guy, who's at full HP. The range on that is just nuts. White may be out of resources because this thing was sitting there with no interceptors. Which, again, could mean that they're not able to build anything. I can't be sure. These nukes are a problem. Hang on, let's save, because wherever this is could end my game. I heard it go off behind me. Not entirely clear. Sure, I'll take an Anaconda. Nice, dude. The anti-air that Brown provides. I'm glad I came for Brown first. Brown seems very anti-air. White seems very anti-ground. So let's keep this push on. I'm going to make more of these. I'm looking for the control ship. I don't want to gut White too much. Guess I'll take that before it dies. If I can. There we go. Stealing this stuff is very nice. One of you take him. Never mind. Oh, I got him. Okay.
Incoming messages.
And let's get these Tempests up to the front. Make more Tempests. Get these base units up to the front as well. Where the heck is the... I don't know what I'm looking for here. That's the ultimate problem. I'm looking for the control ship. That's right. So, Tempest, let's get you up to the front. Again, I don't want to necessarily gut all of this stuff. I'm just going to depower it. There's no beacon there, so that's a different base. Any of you have enough to mind control at this point? No. Scarabs, please. And then Tempest, stop doing that. I should just start focus firing here, because that's my problem. I'm not properly focus firing to eliminate any of these things. We've got to be getting close. Like, this ramp right here looks promising. Let's get more spider droids, as usual, and then sentries. Move up with what we got. We're still harvesting from here, not at a super quick rate. I could probably saturate it faster. Heck yes, little guys. You're doing it. Okay, the outermost white base, I think, has been eliminated, so we want to move in here. Let's move the product kit up for later. Let's just get up this ramp. Can I mind control the... Well, I can mind control this. And I can mind control one of these. And you guys focus fire. Do any of you have energy? Yes. Move back. I have to kill this. That's this is pretty rough. Let's move on in. Gotta make sure we keep these bastions alive, keep in mind. Not enough energy. Focus fire. We just gotta move up with spider droids. So many interceptors. Oh my god, there's so many interceptors. We've lost the bastion. Yeah, that's fine.
These are powerful war machines that business units patronize. Without them, how can we break even the strongest fortifications? Remember, these bastions are our ultimate weapons of war by the central independent systems. Unfortunately, they are the only ones remaining in this sector. We must save them from being lost forever.
Here, we'll leave the full health one with us. I need to make more mind controllers, and then I can take these carriers and we should be able to win.
You are the founder of the next destiny.
Let's just stay back for a moment.
Ready?
We're on the cusp of winning as far as I can tell. Where's the product kit? He's in here. We gotta be extra careful, because he can only... Oh, he can attack air as well. I have a lot of observers. Maybe too many observers. Let's get some vision up here. Really? So if we could take all these carriers, or whatever they're called, then we'll be in good shape, but we're not there yet.
Terminate. Practice mode.
Let's just move up with what we got. And then we have to wait for energy, and then we should be good to go. I could take this base. Brown seemingly has given up to attack white, unfortunately, but that's okay. I left a lot of their infrastructure intact, again, so they can continue to help us later. Getting here is the hardest part, without a doubt. We only need to snipe the actual thing, keep in mind, as well. That's the other thing. Okay, so we've got these guys. Let's move them up. Let's move over a little bit. We've crippled white to the point where it doesn't seem like they're really attacking much. So that's really good as well. I just want to make sure that we can get these mind-controlling units up to the front. Yeah, see? They're getting HP back. How did that happen? No, they do. They just regenerate it. I swear that one that was in the red, though, stopped regenerating. So maybe that was unintentional. I don't know. All right. Looks like brown is just constantly rumbling with green. Again, I think we're at the point where we've won. It's just waiting, unfortunately.
We shall never be stopped.
Just waiting. I'm going to stockpile my minerals because I shouldn't need that many more, honestly. We can snipe the actual control ship with spider droids that we've got here.
High violence potential combat mode.
And the carriers that we take. So we'll have 4 mind controls once these all have enough energy. And these things have an anti-air attack as well, keep in mind. So we just have to... If we prioritize correctly, we take the carriers that are defending. There are also... whatever those things are called. There were raptors, which are also really good and very expensive. So I don't really feel comfortable building too many more of those.
There is no true end.
Okay, let's get up there. So we have basically once this Phantom has full, not full energy, but 150 energy. No! You stupid idiot. You stupid, stupid thing. All right, well, 3 is going to have to be enough. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We take these 3 carriers. We move in with everything else. We make it happen. It's the only way. You think spider droids would be the right choice here because they do normal damage versus air. While explosive damage, I think, actually would be better. But, alas.
Exterminate.
I could get more Tempests. I have some still alive, don't I?
I don't need any.
I have 3. That's really good, and that should help us against green when we inevitably have to kill them. Coming up on an hour here.
Functioning.
I did
at
spend
peak.
90 minutes on the very first map I played. I do want to try to be consistent. It's just, it doesn't feel like we're that close to winning, so it's kind of like we've got to... If this ends the map, you know, we're good to go. But if there's more to it than that, then, you know, we've got a lot more to still have to deal with. Nukes, possibly? That's a little misleading just because it looks like these would do splash damage, but they don't. Again, we have a base right here to take, though, once this is all said and done. Still harvesting from here. That's fine with me. I guess I'll take this. How we looking? Almost. Almost. Okay, here we go. Let's save. This is more about removing the carriers than actually taking control of them, to be honest. It's just removing them from the fight. Okay, we're going in. These things are anti-air. Please attack the thing. You guys, please just attack the thing. You're getting hit by Tesla coils, but that's okay, because this is going to make them go neutral.
Require victim.
Okay, we're good. 2.5 minutes. We're going to continue building other stuff. We've got a nice force round here to defend the Mega Cortex. Let's get a worker. Let's come over here and set up this base. Yeah, that white base was hard to press into. There were just a lot of raptors that stopped us from getting close to snipe the actual thing. I think we're good now. With the amount of Tempest that we have, I'd like some more mind controllers. Though it depends on what Nova's got to hold us back, so. I really like these Tempests, so I'm just going to make more of them. It looks like somehow the attack... Oh, their anti-air attack is the laser. That's why. I was like, their red attack is anti-ground. I was wondering what was going on here. Oh, hello.
Scanning area instruction confirmed.
That's fine. Took some damage there, but that's A-okay. Ooh, look at these. I think those may have spawned off the map. That's okay.
You are the founder of the next destiny.
Damn right I am. 50 seconds. Man, they went straight for it, too. Yeah, I'm very happy with the anti-air that these things provide. We're okay, just get in there. Might not be okay, might have to do it again. Damn it. Damn it! Oh my god, it's alright, I had saved recently. I'll make a cut. I'm at an hour, by the way, so again, we'll see if this may or may not actually end the map. Okay, I was about to say, I started recording saying that those spawn ships should be arriving at any moment, and here they are. Managed to keep some of these wardens up to snuff. There we go. Battle cruisers, huh? Can these attack air? No. They can. They actually do better against air. Wow, we should have just made Mass Tempest from the get-go. I didn't expect that they would be able to attack air.
The Starfleet unit of Jaya is now back in our control. Both corrupted forces are now back to our control. The entire Central Independent Systems is nearly whole again. Yet again, Terran, you control only a portion of our invasion force. You think of us as we are like children's toys, but it is your stupidity that will usher your race to extinction. Rocket, their force fields are down. Rally your forces and our restored units and commence attack on the Terran Command Center.
Yes, sir. You can stay at home just in case. We've got to keep one of you alive. More Tempest, please. Let's go. They're too good to not use. Don't chase. Alright, we have to find where it is in the first place, by the way. We're gonna get locked down so much. It's gonna be really unfortunate. Alright, I don't think we have any melee units, so we can get through these spider mines. We don't want to block the way for our rallying forces, so let's make sure that we're getting out of the way. We got Mr. Raptor. And we didn't destroy as much of white as we could have. Get him, Tempest. This is the Tempest time to shine. Let's go. That's great. That's just great. We're losing some of our mind-controlled stuff, but that's fine. Okay, let's move on up. And again, we want to just cut straight to the command center if possible. Destroy her command center, that's it. So the key is we just have to find it in the first place, because this base is huge. Is this it down here, or is that a separate one? I honestly couldn't tell you. Let's get these guys all the way up here. I'm going to change my rally points for all of these things. We're going to make droids, and then droids. I guess everything we have is a droid, right? Ah, okay. That's probably where we want to go. if I had to guess. What are you? Oh, a dropship. Okay. Our allies are here. They're coming in. I really like the Tempest. It's probably my favorite unit. We got to get to a point where we can move in and be able to overcome them faster than they can make units. The observer's close. That's the command center, without a doubt. Let's get rid of some of their production, and we should be able to win here. We might have to push down and around to get there. Probably this way would be better. All right. Just in case, I'm not going to bring the other Bastion. It could get locked down, and then we're going to lose to something silly here at the end. I'm going to save, because, again, I'm pretty sure I've got it. These missile turrets are pretty beefy. All right, keep it up. I'm going to push down in this direction. We're blocking ramps here. That's part of the problem. It's the Prodikit. Where is the Prodikit? I lost the hotkey of the Prodikit because when he came out of the... There he is. Okay, when he came out of the command center thing that we had to steal. Oh, hello. Oh, they're trapped. There are a lot in there. They probably wanted to come and attack us. Yes! Unless this isn't the real command center, but I assume this is it. Prodikit is safe. Oh, we got it, baby. So, pretty sloppy on my part. But alas, it was more about learning the faction and having fun with it. And I really enjoyed this faction. A lot of really interesting and unique things to use that is not so different from existing races that it's terribly confusing. And I think that's important as well. It felt a little overwhelming at first, but ultimately wasn't really that confusing. And I really enjoyed it. And I think the map did a really good job. I talk about like using custom factions and like wrapping them up. This map did a good job at allowing you to test this map and mess around with it. Mission success! Goddamn right it is.
I'm detecting high psionic signatures from the ruins of a destroyed command center. She is human, identifying herself as Novatera, and she is attempting an escape. Prodikit, please stand by while we intercept her. So it is you, Novatera. It's over. Your covert armies and your attempts to sabotage our network have failed, and your human life ends here today. Do not ever underestimate the power of the CIS again.
Okay, Metalomaniac, you got me this time, but reanalyze your data that you've been very mistaken.
We never make mistakes, human. You are. Explain why do you intend to control our forces in the first place?
When the Dominion branded us fugitives and left us alone, we were not grateful, so we searched across the stars for new worlds to live on this sector. Your interference here on our new home has made us no better than we are, and your aggravation of this situation has exposed your kind sideways. I mean, they're robots. They just want to strip mine everything. They didn't think too much about it, I don't think.
We have no interest in human politics, Nova. What is the purpose of your presence here?
When your forces from the Zerg invaded our home planet months ago, we were at the brink of defeat, but our hacking teams have found an exploit in your system that turns the tide in our favor. While we studied your designs, you were a supercomputer that is supposed to guide our ancestors to Gantris 6. Oh, that's interesting.
As if you were.
Now you understand why you and your race is created and why we are here. Our goal is to establish a civilization for a small band of our people to live away from the Dominion since we've defeated the defenders of man-insurgency.
The same terrorists that we exterminated on Tarsinus. How could you have known?
You'll never know much of our origins, Metalomaniac. As you have planted the seed of your slow, painful demise, rest assured that you've handed over this victory to the Dominion.
Handed over this victory to the most powerful empire of the Corporal sector. Never.
And so be it, Alpha 1. Your robotic agents, as you call protokits, will choose their own destiny. One day they will rise through the ranks and overthrow your long-reigning rule, even if you conquer this sector. For now, we will see each other again, but prepare to face your control freak consequences. Nova really teleported behind them.
Alpha 1. All megacortexes in around Tier 7 are set to overload. They are rigged to self-destruct. What?
Got him! It's gonna go through all of them, isn't it? That's okay. Nova really was prepared for this. So I guess these were the supercomputers or that were on the super carriers that brought people to the Caprulu sector in the first place. I think was how it was explained. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I think that's what it is, and that's why Nova was able to figure out how to hack into them.
Unthinkable. That Terran has the knowledge of our designs and has managed to escape at the last minute. If she sends our sensitive information to others, our weaknesses will be your senses, Alpha 1. My analysis indicates she is now less of a threat since we liberated our armies, and she is no longer aligned with any other military faction. Let her go for now. Apologies for my outrage, Beta 1. I will never underestimate the Terrans again. Don't worry, Prodicate. Despite this minor setback, our robotic armies still stand strong. Return to the Profiteer. We have to change our approach to our enemies differently. We will deal with Nova and her forces another time.
To be continued. Beep boop warp. I like the faction quite a bit. It plays well. Special thanks to JayborinoPlays for making me participate. Reaver Noises. A Maporino 2019 submission by razorback9425. Full campaign coming soon with the conversion mod. That's cool. So as usual, there'll be a download link in the description for the local copy of this map that I have for Maporino. And Razorback, in the comments, I suppose you can link to project page or something you have on ModDB or wherever for where people can keep track of this. But I hope you all enjoyed this. I certainly did. Leave your comments for Razorback below. This is a longer video, so I don't have much of a... I like the victory screen. I don't have much of a follow-up here. Because I talked a lot throughout the mission, but again, when people use conversion mods to make new races for a contest like this, I think it's very important to wrap a mission around it so that you can really demo the faction in question. And this was a good example of that, where the enemy AI was not... it was not easy, but it also gave the player a lot of time at the beginning to ramp up, which is exactly what is necessary for a brand new faction. But then by the end of it, pushing into the enemy bases was quite challenging. Each base, had their own little flair. One was anti-ground, one was anti-air. And I think I utilized a good amount of the tools at my disposal. There were a lot of other units that had spells that I didn't use, like the cruisers would have been cool to use the missile barrage, but I ended up turning them into Tempests, which in my opinion were way stronger. I used mind control pretty effectively to get rid of those carriers. And then otherwise just some basic ground units to support them. And it went pretty well. I really enjoyed this. I liked the extra music. I liked the visual monstrosities that were created by smashing together existing assets along with some custom stuff in there as well. And very nice. Thank you, Razorback. Appreciate it. See everyone next time. Bye now.